Well, what's up, guys? It's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and I've got an exciting morning started already. It's 6:30 a.m. Trying to get some work done this morning before it gets too hot. But the main reason we're up early is because we caught that big black boar hog that we've been after at the Mill Creek property in our big pig trap last night. So yesterday afternoon, Emily had softball game about 45 minutes from here. After the game, we went to eat at Chick-fil-A. Well, guess who showed up at the trap while we're eating at Chick-fil-A? Check this out. It's that big boar hog. We're sitting at Chick-fil-A right now after a softball game, and we're gonna catch this pig. You ready?
Yeah.
He looks nice and cozy and comfortable in the trap, right?
Yep. Oh,
got him.
Oh, that thing is huge. He's like, what's happening?
Something ain't right.
Hold up.
And we got one done. That's how a real pig trapper catches pigs right there. We are literally sitting at Chick-fil-A after the ball game, embarrassing Emily, catching pigs. I guess I'll know what I'm going to do later.
Yep.
Call Josh and see if he wants to come get a big boar hog. That's that big black pig we've been trying to catch. And that's the first time he's been in that trap that I've seen. And it's 8:43. He waited till dark tonight, slipped up.
Slipped up.
Now let's enjoy our chicken. And Emily, what's the matter?
This is embarrassing.
There's nobody around.
Yes, there is.
It's just
We're in Chick-fil-A.
everybody's in the drive-thru because it's Chick-fil-A. We're the only people come inside. So Emily, tell us how this makes you feel. People always say, "How come Emily's not on the channel? We don't ever see Emily."
I don't care if I'm on the channel. I just don't want to be in it right now. You're such a brat.
All right, I'll go back to my chicken sandwich and go catch me a pig.
That's great.
So we caught the big pig in the big pig trap from Chick-fil-A. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Pig trapping has come a long ways over the years, and having that hog eye camera system to be able to get notifications on my phone and watch when the pigs go in is amazing. And I've been after that pig for a little while out there. This was really, he'd been to the trap one other time. He usually spends most of his time on the other end of the property. He'd been to that trap once that I've seen, but never gone in. Well, he slipped up last night and got caught. So this morning, I've called my buddy Josh that's got the trailer that transport the pigs over to the high fence hunting ranch. You guys, if you missed that video, Houston and I took Greg Whitstock, the pond guy, and Sean Baker, one of the guys that works for him, up to the big high fence ranch where pretty much all the pigs go that Josh catches. Josh has, I think he's running like 9 traps right now, and doing a huge service to a bunch of landowners around here, removing those pigs. And then someone else buys them from him. They put them on the hunting ranch, and then people come in and hunt them, take the meat home, cook them, do whatever they want to with them. But anyways, it's removing these feral pigs from our property and every other landowner's property. So it's a good thing, I promise. Well, I made it to Mill Creek, and our pig is still in the trap. However, I did talk to Josh this morning, and he actually caught 12 pigs on another property about 15-20 miles from here, and he's going to go get those first and then come here. We were planning on getting these really early, or getting this guy really early this morning, but it's probably going to be about an hour before Josh can get here. But I also went and rented a trash pump yesterday because we're fixing to start on the pond project, and I need to pump all the water out. My cousin called the other day, and he said he's going to be here on Monday, which is just today. I'm filming this on Saturday, so we're going to try to start draining the pond today. I was kind of hoping to get this pig out of here before we fired up the pump and started making a bunch of racket, but I don't think he's going to get out of this trap. So Josh will be here in a little bit, and we'll get him loaded up. It's not going to get too hot before he gets here. The high today, according to the weather app, is 100 degrees, but at 7:15 in the morning, it's only like 70. So let's go check this guy out. He's not as big as what I thought he was, though. Well, a catch is a catch, and it's a boar hog, but I'm not sure this is the pig I was after. This guy's got one of his front legs is white, and I'm gonna have to go back and do some digging in some trail camera pictures and look and see, but I'm thinking the pig that I've been trying to catch was solid black. I think that white leg would stand out pretty easy on camera, but he is not happy being locked in this trap. You can hear him chomping his teeth at me and stuff, but not a big hog. Probably I'd say 100 and a quarter, 150 pounds maybe. He may be a little bit bigger than that, but dang sure aggressive and dang sure not happy to be in here. But I'm gonna flip through some trail camera pictures real quick and see if I can figure out if this is the pig we were actually even after, because there's no telling how many pigs are in the area really. But this may be the first time we've actually seen this guy. Well, I can't actually find a great picture to say whether that's him or not. There was one picture when he was here a few nights ago, and it happened to be that one where that one white leg was directly behind a leg of the trap. Kind of hard to tell. Most of the pictures that I saved were of that sow and her babies. I know I've got some other pictures of him, I just can't find them right now. I usually put them in a file so I can kind of keep track of when pigs are here, and or which camera site they're at and when they're coming in and stuff. But oh well, we'll take it. It's a catch. A catch is a catch. I guess if we don't see another black boar hog on camera for a while, this is him. All right, so here's where we're gonna start. This is a 4-inch trash pump that I rented, and it's made to pump out this nasty stuff. It'll handle the gunk and the moss and, you know, mud and crap. So it seemed like the best place to start is probably where the dam is leaking from beavers in the past, but I got my exit line, my outflow pipe over the back of the dam into where the spillway typically goes. But I want to show you this. I mean, I could be wrong, but to me this looks like beaver damage. You can see it kind of goes back up under there, so if they're tunneling up under the ground here, they're probably doing the same thing over there in that mess. But anywho, let's see if we can get this pump fired up and pump some of this water out of here. This whole pond is looking pretty rough. This drought has been really rough on it this year, but I want to try to get as much water out of it as I can so we can start building the pond next week, hopefully. Okay, I know someone was screaming at their screen and typing away about how I had the hoses hooked up backwards. Well, I know, I felt it, I saw it. Was in a hurry hooking everything up. Anyways, switch the hoses around, and now we're ready to fire this thing up. I got it primed, got a little primer cap on the top, took that off, filled it full of water. Pump's primed. We should be ready to pump some water out of the pond now. What in the world? Come on, Honda. Looks like my pig's ride here. My pig's ride is here. Come on, Honda. Have to mess with you in a minute. Hey, buddy, you tired of being in that trap? Hey, calm down. Just give us a minute. We'll get you out of there. Perfect. That trailer lines up perfectly. Trailer door. Hey, calm down. Trailer door lines up perfectly with the trap door, and he's ready to get out of here. Caught a whole sounder last night, huh? One of them's a show pig right there. Let him show. Yeah. There's your way out, buddy. That one in there's not little. I don't think you're gonna fit that. Calm down. All right, locked, loaded, armed, and ready to go. Let's catch some more. Trap is reset. Now, let's go figure out what's wrong with that pump. I'm thinking maybe I had it where I had it sitting on that pond dam. Might have been out of slope a little bit too much. And those Hondas have a weird little, well, not a weird, they've got a safety switch for the oil, like an oil sensor. So I may have had the oil drained to one side and that sensor was shutting it off. I don't know. We'll go level it out, check the oil again, and make sure we're good to go. Still not getting any flow. There's water in the hose. But it's definitely not making it up over the top. Well, one problem down. I got it started. I thought I had it fairly level, but apparently not. I had to put a bunch of sticks, big beaver chewed stick, under the other side to kind of prop that side up a little bit. My guess is that the oil sensor was tripping it, thinking it was low on oil. Now we've got water pumping a little bit, but it's not making it all the way out yet. I don't know what our next problem is, but one thing at a time, I guess, right? Well, crap. Wow, we're really pumping out some water now. Well, I don't know if this is gonna work. So I've got water flowing, but it can't push it over the pond dam. There's one 50-foot discharge hose on there. I get that the pump should probably have more sucking power than pushing power, but come on, man, we're really not that much elevation. I took off that outflow hose and it'll spray water 6-8 feet out of there. It's primed, it's pushing water. I just can't get it to go over the dam. Problem is, I only have 20 feet of inflow hose because that hose is solid and stiff. It won't collapse. So it's not like I can set the pump up on the pond dam because then I couldn't reach the water. So, all right, well, there's not very many things in life that I just let whoop me, but I'm done. I've been here since about 7:30 this morning. It's 11, and so far I've pumped out a grand total of maybe 5 gallons of water. I spent an hour and a half trying to get the pump to run right. Finally got it running right. It runs like a champ now, and it will pump water like a dream if you don't have an outflow hose on it. But I've got to get water out of the pond, and the only way to do that is to go over the dam, period. Otherwise, it's just going to run right back into it. If I pump the water any other direction, it's going to flow right back in. And I actually have two sections, 100 foot of outflow pipe. But it's the first time I've ever used a trash pump, so I'm not going to say it's broke or it doesn't work. This is my first experience using a big 4-inch trash pump. Not very many things in this life I let defeat me. But it's, like I said, after 11. Houston's got a birthday party today, and I brought my laptop because the game plan was to come over here this morning, get rid of the hog, let Josh come get the hog, get him out of here, put the pump in the water, park my truck, sit in the air conditioner, edit a vlog for you guys while the pond was draining. Well, 4+ hours later, it's not pumping water. The video still needs to be edited and posted today, and we got a birthday party this evening. So, I'm sorry, guys. At least we caught a pig. We caught a boar hog, got him out of here. It's always good to get rid of some of those invasive species. Wild hogs, feral pigs are not native, and I don't care what it takes. They need to be removed from the property. They're just not supposed to be here. It's not good for the environment. It's not good for the rest of the animals. So I'm happy about that, but I'm nasty, sweaty, and have zero work done. This was actually supposed to be a project for yesterday. I went and picked up that pump, dropped the kids off at school, went and picked up the pump, and as soon as I picked up the pump, I was supposed to be meeting another guy here to do some work, and I was going to pump out the pond while he was working so I could show him what to do. He texted and said he wasn't going to be able to make it till Monday, so that threw me off. Got halfway out here. We had a major water leak in my wife's grandma's yard in town. Weston was actually working for a lawn mowing service, so he had gone by at grandma's house to mow the yard, and a city water main pretty much blew up. We had a nice little spring in the front yard, so I had to go take care of that. Listen, I'm not trying to be a complainer or a whine bag, but the last couple days, not much has gone right on this project. We will get the water out of that pond, or I'll find somebody that will. That may be the key. My cousin's supposed to be here on Monday to start the pond project. I told him I'd make sure I got it drained this weekend because won't be much. There's not a lot of water, right? So. All right, well, I don't feel so bad about letting the pump whoop me now because the pump's really not any good. So the guys from GP, from Great Plains Rents, our local rental store, I left here. I did leave, made it almost home, and they called and said, hey, we're on our way with another pump. I'd called them and told them I had some issues. They're closed today, by the way. It's Saturday. So they loaded up another pump. This one's a 3-inch instead of a 4-inch, so it'll be a little bit slower, but it's 12:15. I can let this thing run for a couple hours while I do some editing on the computer. So I'm gonna pull the truck over there and get to work. Yeah, maybe it's not such a bad day after all.
Bear?
Bear? No.
What?
It's the pig you shot. $123. I think that's about all we're going to get out of it today. There is a couple pools, but we really have to drag this thing through the mud to get to it. And then I don't know that I'd have enough hose. Well, I guess if I put that other one on there, I probably could. I could get that little hole of water dry, but it's only 3 or 4 inches deep. And I'm telling you, I walked all through this. Let's just show you. This is concerning right here. I would say this is obviously the most probable location as to why the pond's not holding water, because there's no telling how far that tunnel goes back up under there. But I'm really actually kind of surprised at how solid the bottom is here. I would have thought I would sink up to my knees in mud out here, but it really isn't that bad. So I'm curious to see, once we get the dozer and excavator out here, just how deep we can actually make this pond. But could I get all of the water out? Probably, but I really don't think it's necessary. Once we start digging, we can get all the water to run to one area and then kind of control it. But most of what's out here is pretty shallow, and it's a really solid bottom. So there you have it. I think we're going to call it quits for today. I'm not really concerned about this little bit of water. Probably what'll happen, I'm going to go home. A lot of this water will end up draining to the deeper area of the pond, and we'll be able to pump out a little bit more tomorrow maybe. But I'm calling it quits there for today, because I planned on being out here before noon, and it's 1:30. So it is what it is. Farm chores are farm chores, and sometimes things don't go as planned. But it is nice when a company stands behind their stuff and they bring you equipment that's working properly. I appreciate them coming out here on a Saturday when they were actually closed. They called somebody out to come help me. And hey, that 4-inch pump would have worked much faster than the 3-inch pump had it worked properly. Probably would have been out of here by 10:30 this morning. But that's all right. It is what it is. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day. And as always, we'll see you on the next video.